Thank you for tuning in to my talk show, Down to Earth with Dave King. And today I have a special guest with me. He started out his professional rap career at the early age of 21 when he helped pioneer a new age of hip hop through a project called Bangin on Wax. And it would definitely change the face of rap, of the rap industry indefinitely. And so please help me welcome to the show West Coast rap artist RedRum 781. How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
All right, man. Good to have you on the show. Glad you're here. All right. So, you okay? Everything good?
Yeah, you know, we stopped at Hawkins on our way up here, grabbed the farm oldest burrito.
Okay.
Things this big, you know. So
Okay.
we nice and fed and ready.
All right, so we don't need no food on the set then?
Nah.
We're good. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and dive into it, Ron. You know, I've known you for a while, you know, and I know your artistry, I know what you're passionate about and everything, so that's pretty much the reason why, you know, I wanted to invite you to the show, because I felt that, number one, I mean, you definitely have a unique story about yourself that I feel is very, very influential when it comes to West Coast hip-hop in general, but more specifically the West Coast chapter of hip-hop. You know? And so with that, you know, I just want to go ahead and get into you. Okay. So where is it that you're originally from? Take us all the way back to day one.
First I was sperm.
Okay.
And then, originally I'm from the East Coast. I was born on the East Coast. Came out to California when I was real small. Moved, you know, directly from New York, Bronx, that area, to the heart of South Central, Manchester and Avalon, like
Okay.
in the heart of it. You know, back when the Swamps was the White Rag Gang and the Avalon Gardens, they were still Crips. But I was not born, but I was smack dab right in the middle of everything. So
Okay.
I came from the East Coast to
Right there.
And it's just been, I've been culminating ever since.
Okay. All right. I mean, were you one of several brothers and sisters, or do you have any siblings? Or?
Yeah, I have one blood brother and a half sister. Her name's Nina. She's back east somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
My blood brother, he was banging on wax with me.
Okay, so your brothers all
Yeah,
banging on wax?
I'm banging on wax. That's pretty much it. I'm the oldest of three in total.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, can you explain to us how is it that the whole Bangin on Wax project actually started? How'd that come together?
It was actually, I guess, when I first met Tweety Bird and Ronnie Ron. No, not bad, not Ronnie Ron. Ronnie Phillips. No, that's one of them. It was I forgot the other guy's name, but that's when we met at a rap show, you know, in Oxnard. I took third place out of like 100 rappers, something like that. You know. But I had the best stage show and song and stuff like that, so I caught more of the attention. So after it was over, that's when I ran into Tweety Bird and the other person, and we developed a business relationship. Went to the studio, me and Tweety Bird, and we was in there doing music, and the idea came up, and we took it to the third person, and then the third person.
So hold on, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the idea came up between you three?
No, the idea came between me and Tweety Bird.
Between you and Tweety Bird?
Yeah,
so you and Tweety Bird basically created the whole idea of doing Bangin on Wax.
And then we took it to Robert Lewis, that's what it was. Robert Lewis took it to Ronnie Phillips. Ronnie Phillips put it out.
Okay.
The whole idea came up between me and Tweety Bird.
So it wasn't Ronnie Phillips?
No.
But you know, he had a large part of producing it and everything. And,
that's it.
And being there, right. But the actual creative idea of doing the album was between you and Tweety Bird.
Tweety Bird. We also recruited who we wanted to be on the album. That's what the formula was. It was the Compton Crips and the Inglewood Bloods. We rarely ran into each other. So Tweety Bird went and got all his buddies, A-Love, Sinlo.
Yeah, because see, that makes sense because it wasn't like you guys was warned or nothing.
No, we
so
weren't warned.
You know, that's one way to being able to get that type of a project done. Y'all ain't warned anyway.
No, not even on the streets, even though we're enemies, but like, you know, we don't run across each other.
Exactly.
But I think the deciding factor was like the age difference. And we come to think of it, we were younger than the Crips, so the skill level was kind of unbalanced. That's how we smashed on.
Right.
And then I was a battle rapper at the time. I was a battle rapper. I was a battle rapper all through high school, so that was my edge. I was a battle rapper / gangster.
Okay.
There we have it.
Okay. Well, see, a lot of people wouldn't even, unless we were to sit down and have this type of conversation. That's why I feel this is real relevant, right? It's because of the simple fact, you hold a distinctive place in time when it comes to hip hop. And a lot of people don't, I'm not going to say a lot of people, maybe some people don't understand the depth of it.
Yeah.
And so today, I hope that people after seeing this realize how deep of a contribution that you've had on hip hop and West Coast rap. But just you and Tweety coming up with that idea alone, wasn't promoted, that wasn't said, that wasn't pushed to the forefront of the whole project. 'Cause I remember back in the days, that's not the way that we were watching it go down on TV. We were watching all those interviews on TV, and
It was Ronnie Phillips.
it was always him.
Yeah,
It was always him.
and that was the glory hog.
Yeah.
We went through the gauntlet with that. Paperwork was messed up. We were
Yeah.
gangsters from the street, so we didn't really understand the business part of it.
Right.
And the more that I wised up, the more they tried to phase me out of the project. As time went on, that's how I got phased out, and that's how Little Hawk and B-Braves was introduced into the project.
So they were saying, oh, well, Rum's kind of up on things the way things are going. We gotta go a different direction with this.
That's exactly what happened. I got phased out of my own project, and paperwork messed it up, so forth, so on.
See, these are the types of stories that are just real. This is what happens in the music industry in general, in rap industry a lot. You know what I'm saying? TLC had the same problem. How do you sell, millions of records and take home $50,000 at the end of the day each?
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. But the same situation with you is where you and Tweety Bird actually were the creators of the entire project, had the idea, took it to these men, and it went off from there. But you guys didn't collect probably the recognition that you should have.
We didn't collect the recognition or the royalties, still to this day.
Yeah. So, today's clarification day on a few things. Okay. So when Bangin on Wax came out, you were how old?
Between 21 and 23. I was looking at that age.
Okay, 21, 23. So from what I remember, there was these big videos that was jumping off on TV and MTV and all this. It was a big thing, man.
The box.
Yeah.
We took over the box and quiet as kept. We the reason that the box got shut down because they say we were promoting gangbanging. That they were promoting gangbanging nationwide through the box.
Right.
But at the same time we were out, so was the Chronic.
Right.
And Drake Day and all that stuff. So
and all that.
So how were we the ones? We want to know how because we beat those videos out, and we were an independent company.
Independent.
And by us being independent, they couldn't capitalize on it. So that so it had diverse effects on the business side of it.
See, that's funny because you just mentioned that. Higher record labels and major record labels probably were not feeling the fact that you guys were taking over the situation.
No.
They were probably losing money.
Yeah.
As a result of that. So.
They had a meeting with Universal.
Money's power, and so they put their money in certain power plays to turn that around on you guys. That's the way money gets shifted around in the industry.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Just I'm not getting samples clear. Just a lot of foolery that they did as a label that Ronnie Phillips did. That quality pump records. That's it's
Pump Records. Okay, I remember Pump Records.
It's a line of people that did things to us, not expecting our life expectancy to be as long as it is. They expect us to die off. So in that case, they start putting things in motion to where, they're going to die. They don't need their money. This, and that. Let's go and form a mirror company. That way, it'll bounce off of this and go over here, and we keep all the royalties. And that way, they'll never know how much money they made because it never hit their account.
Well, just for sake of conversation, do you know how many records were sold and how much revenue was made from that?
No, but put it like this: it went worldwide back then.
Yeah.
And it's still selling worldwide today. If it's still generating revenue and we deserve our just due. We got Hornswaggle, Bornswaggle, whatever verb now you want to use. We got that. You know what I'm saying? They tricked us into selling our publishing for $1. That's illegal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's that right there. That's
Wow.
right there. That's the major part right
Sold
there.
your entire publishing for $1.
Yeah, that was illegal in itself.
Uh-huh.
That should win us a case right there. So we're looking for a good entertainment lawyer. Come get paid with us.
Okay. Well, hey, anybody out there want to take on the case? You can contact us here at Facebook anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instagram, Big Homie Rum. Either way, though. Okay.
All right. Well, Rum. So that's one project that you were involved with. Now, you've also had the experience of being a part of the infamous Death Row Records.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit of the life that you experienced while being a part of Death Row Records, and basically what you went through with them? For those that's watching, he was a part of the real Death Row Records. That's CEO Suge Knight. Snoop Dogg was a part of that. Tupac. You can go on down the line. Corrupt, Daz, Dog Pound, Rage. This is the real Death Row Records that RedRum was part of. So you get the real deal right here.
So
can you? I mean, not to put anybody out there, put anybody on Front Street or anything like that, because that's not what we're here to do. But can you kind of share with us any particular instance that would, lend to what you're saying here?
I mean, like a lot of the stories that people might have heard through the years, were probably true. A couple artists got slapped up. A couple shady business transactions, but I think the one that stuck in my head was two of them actually related. Three actually. One was right when I was on the phone when Pac got killed. I was on the phone with a certain part of the security force, and
you were on the phone with a security force of Death Row.
Yeah.
When Tupac got shot in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Las Vegas. I wasn't the type to be gallivanting the countryside with the label. I was more of a studio person, so
okay.
I wasn't able to make it at that time. So I'm on the phone. I hear what's going on, some shots, and then the homie hang up the phone. So that right there stuck in my head. I know what's going on until I found out later what happened. The second thing was
wow.
Yeah, it's great.
No, that's deep. That's deep. You were basically a part of that when it happened, but you were just on the phone.
Yeah.
But that's still intertwined, still interconnected.
Yeah, it's I've been through gauntlet with music in general, 20 years. But back to the subject. Then the other thing that's connected with that, I was at Death Row Studios one time. We was getting a lot of hate mail and phone calls and death threats and stuff like that. So I was there one time when security started scrambling, like, what's going on? Police happened to bust like a car with 4 guys. They was like a block away from the studio. Carload of guys, 4 guys, 4 AK-47s. They were headed up to the studio to come shoot the studio up.
You were there?
I was there.
Who else was there?
People I was dealing with and whoever I was in Studio A. I was in Studio B. Security started tripping. They told us we need to, they said we need to do something. Like when police came, all they got that taken care of. The last episode was, I was in the studio. They wanted, I guess the Outlaws, or I forgot who was there, or somebody was there. They wanted some music, and they weren't able to get the music, so they started tripping. And I think they slapped up one of the engineers or something like that. The engineer got hot. He got mad. This, and that. I'm calling the police. So he called the police. I say in less than 10, 15 minutes, they came in the studio at gunpoint, drew everybody, drawn down everybody, made everybody get out the studio.
The police came in.
The police
drew down on everybody.
No, not just the police. They came in numbers. Like they came like numbers, with guns, rifles, like big stuff.
They came deep.
They came,
they came deep. Okay.
Like how? Why would y'all come here like for something like that deep? They was just waiting.
But you gotta understand how the police, and and I know, and everybody watching knows how the police get down.
Yeah.
They pull a car over, it's got 2 people in it, but yet they've got 8 cars with lights on. Probably a lot of them with their guns drawn. I mean, is it really that necessary? No. So with this situation, you know, being that it's Death Row Records,
They came deep.
they came down like they was the army or
They
something.
came with
Probably.
assault
You know?
rifles. They had dogs. They drew down on us. They had us at gunpoint. Come out. Had to sit on the curb. That was the last time I was at the studio. They shut the studio down from that day forward. I was like, wow. Like I never. Like that was like a raid at a drug house or something like that. Like,
Okay. Well, I mean, see, so those. I mean, that's just probably one of many things that have gone down there.
Other than the time I met Pac. I mean, there's a couple of things. I met Pac up there. I mean,
Okay, talk about that. Talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that.
okay, the two
You met Pac, man. I mean,
incidents.
you met the man, so let's talk about
All right,
that.
the two incidents I had with Pac. It was me and I think my homie. It was bad luck. We was in the car. So we getting out the car. We walking toward the door. Pac is standing to the right. He's on the phone. So when we get to the door, like, you know, it's a buzzer there, so security can let us in. So
Okay.
Pac, he see us. As we walking toward him, he see us,
Mm-hmm.
and like he like turned around, like, you know, like, I don't want him in my conversation. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, I got you.
Okay.
So we buzzed the door. Bam, we went for security to come. So Pac had his back to us. I said, Pac. He turned around, and looked at me on the phone. He didn't say anything. He just looked at me.
Yeah.
I said, tell Shauna, Rum said what's up.
Yeah.
And he looked at me, nodded his head, like. He turned back around, got back on the phone.
Yeah.
So when security came and let me in, he said, Jermaine. And I turned around. He said, Shauna said what's up. And I said, oh shit. I said, okay, because he was on the phone with her.
He was on the phone. You didn't even know.
I got you.
Your Pac was probably thinking, man, how does this dude know that he's on the phone with me? Like,
And so
yeah.
he said, Jermaine. I turned around. And he said, Shauna said what's up. I said, all right. All right. So I went in. So like a couple weeks later, I'm coming in for a session. Not even a couple weeks, I said a week later, I'm coming in for a session. I hear some music going on, banging. I'm like, damn. So I walked past the Studio A. So as I looked, like Studio A had a glass, it had a door, but it had like a glass slot in it. So I'm looking in the slot. I'm looking like, damn, this shit banging.
Yeah.
Pac walk out of the booth, and he walking past me. I said, "Oh shit!" I'm like, he had to close because every time he have a closed session,
Yeah.
he trip on people. He don't
You want nobody there.
nobody.
I feel it too.
So
I feel
and
it.
I'm listening. I'm looking at the glass, and he walked past the glass. I said, "Oh shit, he finna trip."
Yeah.
I turned around, I started walking off. I said, "Fuck." Next thing you know, the music got clear.
Yeah.
I said, "This nigga done opened the door." He opened the door and said, "Run." I turned around like, "Man, come on, I ain't tripping. You good, you good."
Yeah, straight, yeah.
I went in there. As soon as I stepped in there, y'all, it was like one of them Dave Chappelle scenes. It was like a Dave Chappelle scene where he was Prince. You know how he smoking
Yeah.
and stuff? It was like, it got smoky. I'm like, ooh. I'm walking, and the music playing. I said, oh, I'm in heaven.
It's just right. It's going down
mystic.
right now.
I sit down like, damn.
Wow.
It's blood stuff all over the floor.
Yeah.
Hennessy bottles, ashes everywhere. I said, oh, this is the place. Look, this is the place I'll be seeing. The engineer over there doing this stuff, I think it was Novocaine, something. And Pac came and sat down and was listening for a minute, then he got up and went back in the booth.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Just spitting.
Oh, man. It was crazy. It was crazy.
See, you know what, Ron? Not many people can say that they've had that kind of experience. There's only a few people living on this planet that was able to even say that they would have witnessed the time of being in the studio with Pac.
And those those that had that experience, they all got the same feeling. It's all connected feeling. Like that's how we know it's true because it seemed like a dream sequence.
Gotcha.
Wow.
It was history in the making. That's what it was. It was history being written.
That dude worked
as he was walking through it. Yeah.
I had some songs with him, but they say Suge did something with the verses, so I'll never hear those. I never heard those songs.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, well, yeah, that's definitely a good story. I mean, that's not often you get to hear a real story about someone who was able to share that type of space with Pac. So that's cool. Now I gotta ask you something, man. I'm gonna ask you something, man.
What?
And now I want you to just shoot it straight, and you just tell us like it is.
I'm a sniper. I don't shoot cricket.
Okay, yeah, I know you don't. That's why you're
You
here.
got them smart bullets.
All right. So 40 Clock.
Who?
Exactly. But, you know, tell us, you know, the situation here with that all happened between, and we're going from there. But 40 Clock is just where I'm starting. What is the situation now? But how did that all begin? How did that whole beef even begin with 40 Clock? That's what I want to know. Let's talk about it. And 40 Clock, if you watch it, here it is. Let's check this out.
I'm trying to figure out. The dude that told on game? Oh.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
that's what
that
it is.
dude. All right, well, you know, I get my, you know, I do my interviews. People ask me certain things. I tell them what's up. So, a question came up about, you know, how, you know, the West Coast and how do I feel about certain situations. And it just so happened that he was an example, you know, like you doing certain things with certain artists when you messing it up for everybody. You know, you making it to where us as artists or other artists can't go to other states because you messing with that state's artists, you know, who kind of represent where they from.
Right.
Can't nobody, you know, a person from California can't go to another state and they mess with him and California not gonna ride for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be out here doing that to other artists from other states. You know what I'm saying? They're represented by that state. This is all. If
that ain't from here.
That's not from here. If it's
Right,
business,
right.
it's business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
And just to keep it clear, I mean, for the people that's watching, 40 Clock is a West Coast. I don't know what I'm supposed to label him as, but you know, he's from the West Coast, and he was affiliated with the G Unit, okay, with 50 Cent from the East Coast and the G Unit during this time, and this whole thing was popping off. There was a lot of things happening, but he was here, you know, set tripping or whatever you want to call it, tripping on people here. You know, this is where he's from, and he's tripping on people here for somebody that don't live here and ain't from here. But that's just, you know, that's what it is. So we'll let Ron go ahead and continue with that.
So the you know, you know, the interview went on, and I started getting more examples. So that's how I felt. You know, like, you know, you're probably using it as a gimmick, but there's people out here on some real business stuff. Like you hindering certain things that's going on. You know, and I guess he got offended by it because but he's not the only person I tell the truth about. I tell the truth about a lot of people, and especially if you're doing some tricky stuff and your gangsterism at question here, then you know what I'm saying, you can't be doing some of the stuff you're doing and your gangsterism at question. So
right.
You know, he takes offense to it, you know, and tried to smut campaign, and you know, I'm with the bullshit too. So
and you know, everything's on the internet these days.
yeah, you know, so
everything's on there.
You know, I'm with the bullness, but I'm with the intellectual stuff. So
Yeah.
I got back on him. You know, he tried to, you know, I know his game, so I'm not gonna play his games. He don't want to rap against me. You know, don't want to really get into no gangster stuff with me. Whatever went on, you know, he tried to smut campaign, it didn't work. So that was the end of that.
Okay.
So, but you know, he started having other beefs with other, you know, partners of mine. You know, Bosco. I'm not too cool with Game. You know, he was beefing with Game and this person, that person, and
He was also beefing with somebody that you and I both know mutually, Menace.
yeah, he was beefing with Menace. He was beefing with Payback. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know, doing all this beefing. And
it seemed to me like he was just getting into it with everybody that he could get into it with, just to put his name out there.
I mean, it's
you know, and don't get me wrong. I mean, I like to hear the both stories of every side. There's always two sides to the story, if not more. So you know, maybe one day I might have him sitting here and he might have his side of the story. But I know that I've seen enough of myself to kind of, you know my opinion of what went on. But yeah.
You know, it was as small as that. You know, that's why I haven't come up with any rap diss about the dude. It's not that serious. He's not on my level on the mic, you know, and I ain't tripping on the gangster shit, the gangsterism, because my level is above his, you know what I'm saying, and it'll go back and forth, even though, you know, he's outranked, but it doesn't matter. That's a dead issue. I'm not sweating that guy. He played the game like the game was supposed to be played, and even though he was flavoring with it, and he won. He won, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if he won, but he might have got what he asked for. He got what he asked for.
He won the game he was playing.
Yeah.
Everybody not playing the game he playing, so he won to him.
Yeah.
You know,
He
so
pulled everybody into what he was doing, yeah.
and that's how he won the game, you know what I'm saying? Everybody played the game different, and that's what his game plan was, and he got his bread and he happy, and he has I guess a personal trainer, and he's buff now, and he's smiling and so forth and so on.
Okay.
Next question.
All right, personal trainer. All right, so next question.
Yeah.
Corrupt.
Next question. I'm gonna cuss on that one. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Okay, well let's just try and keep it PG, but
man.
you know what I'm saying. Let's just touch a little bit, and right here you can look into that camera and say what you feel, but let's just keep it PG for everybody that's watching.
Man, keep it PG. All right, blood. Either catch the fade or take some of that money you got from the moon rocks and get you a sex change operation because you was a bitch. Next question.
Okay, all right. all right.
This nigga.
Okay, so, well, other than that, you know, I think that's pretty much what we wanted to bring up, you know what I'm saying, and get down to the nitty gritty of RedRum. Now, give us an idea of what's in the future for RedRum. What projects do you have going on right now? What does RedRum look like moving here in the future?
I got a couple of things going, you know, like people, see what the thing is with music is people don't understand that music is timeless, and you can't put a time limit or a rush on your way to success, because if you try to put a rush or a time limit on your way to success, you're going to mess over a lot of people.
Right.
And you're going to mess up a lot of business.
Right.
So whatever you got to do, you got to like take your time and do what you do. See, people get mad because they know I can rap real good. They know I know the engineer, and so they like, bro, if you got your own studio, you know how to rap and this and that, what's taking so long to put a project out? I'm selective with music.
Right.
So I'm not just going to put anything out because it could damage my reputation. So therefore, instead of me putting a project out, you know, this and that, I kind of took the formula that Master P did. He got his catalog ready.
And that makes sense.
And then start putting it out.
That makes sense.
But at the same time, what I did was I got a catalog of albums ready. At the same time, a catalog of mixtapes ready. And I got a mass of compilation songs I did with other people, like collab songs, and I made them into a compilation album. So I have a catalog stuff.
Okay.
So like what I did was, instead of me trying to conform to these labels, but like what they want real time to do, I said forget it. I started getting at a couple of my homies that I've amassed through the years and that have independent labels, and I worked out a deal with them. So if I got like 6 homies, if I got 10 homies that have independent labels, I worked out a deal with like 6 of them where I'll put out an album on a label, on each one of those labels. So now I have a guaranteed album coming out, I have a guaranteed release date, I have guaranteed promotions through that company.
Okay.
I have access to all of their artists.
Okay.
So I have multiple accesses, and I also have freedom of artistry. So I'll be able to, I have total access of everything for all of those labels.
Yeah.
Everything that they doing, because
So you got creative control
of my art, of my project, but I also have access to all of their resources because I'm interacting with all of their artists while they're coming up from the ground level.
Okay,
so that's still my networking is stupid.
Gotcha.
My networking is stupid.
I got you.
So that's keeping me busy.
Okay.
That's keeping me busy, keeping food on my plate. I'm shooting videos and doing different type of stuff. So I have release dates.
Which brings me to something.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the phone with one of our partners, Bandana, today.
Oh, what's
Okay,
up? What's up, Bandana? What up, 100 round gang?
Yeah. What's up, Bandana? Shouts out. I was on the phone with him today, and so we discussed finally shooting that video. Okay. With me, you, and him. And so I guess this is going to go down, so we're ready to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be getting at you about that. So.
All right. Well, you see, I got a squad. I got the homie Boulay Productions over there behind the scenes. I got the homie No Good over there. All right. Cut.
All right. No.
What else? Right now, Blood Transfusion is on back. Blood Transfusion is on iTunes. I also have a Back Pay about to come out April 7th on Come Get It Records. So y'all got some ear candy coming your way.
All right. Yep. All right. So that's gonna bring us to the end of our show today. Down to Earth with Day King, your boy here, host with the most, and RedRum. So thank everybody for tuning in and watching. I hope that you enjoyed the dialogue and the whole show here. If this was a real show, this is the real West Coast joint. And again, I thank RedRum for coming in here and gracing the show this day.
Y'all get my Instagram at Big Homie Run. All right.
Make sure that you tune in next week where we're gonna have another guest. And you know what I say,